Yeah, I don't know. Do you think Kenny Martin would accept that though?
Sign Kenny Martin Jr. to a $20 million deal. And then
Yeah,
use him
I
as a
love
trade
that one.
exception in season.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think Kenny Martin would accept that though?
It's tough to say. It would be the Bruce Brown special, obviously. It would be, 20 million the first year and then team option for the second year. It could be any
Well,
amount
and
up to 20 million that the Sixers were comfortable with, basically.
well,
But they can't.
and you think he would agree to waive his implied no trade for 20 million? Would he do that?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, yeah, it would be hilarious if he signed that deal and then at the end was like, no, you can't trade me. That would be amazing.
Yeah, and clearly, just to explain this more to people, the reason this would work is Kenny Martin Jr. has a minimum cap hold coming off a minimum contract.
And
So
full bird rights, because it was
yeah,
a 3-year minimum contract or whatever it was.
yeah. So they can bump him up after doing all their other business. He only counts at the minimum, and then you can bump him up to 20 million,
Yes.
or whatever number they would want to do, and it behooves them to get that number as high as possible, because you could even then you wouldn't want to be in a situation where you had to take back more money. You would want to take back less,
because
then you get a hard cap of the first April. Yeah, and I agree they need it for their rebounding. I think is going to be a problem. Yeah, I think like a rebounder. I mean, Nick Batum obviously would have been a great fit there. I think he just really wanted to be back in LA. That's my interpretation of that. And so I'm trying to think, in terms of free agency, you're thinking they're probably just mostly on the minimum market at this point. What do they have if they take Oubre?
They could use $5 million on, like, would that be enough to get Kyle Lowry back? I don't know, but they could technically sign a $5 million contract first. Now, the other option they have to improve the team right now, this would cap them at the first apron though, would be to do things more traditionally, how everyone thinks it's going to go, with Oubre into the room exception. Trade Paul Reed, non-guaranteed $7.7 million, for somebody who makes up to about $15 million. They can go without hitting the first apron. So that would be the other pathway for them.
Yeah. Now Reed, of course, would have to guarantee in that scenario, but that's fine for the team. At least for this year, you would have to guarantee. So, yeah, but I think you're better off just holding on to Reed at this point. Or if you do trade him, you don't trade him for someone making more than him, because that's going to hard cap you.
Well, you could do the Reed move, or you could do the Reed move or the Martin move.